It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense will have the first possession of the game. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people are really excited to see how he plays in this one.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban Field on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Casey. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quickly. Make an act.
Turning it on! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to barrel in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Lost the throw again. Touchdown, Wildcats! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time, and the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches, because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football. That is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
The curl and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back on the move. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when you were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Verrier. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes a move. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. Hits the afterburners. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Verrier. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Leaves it with the back. Shoots his way for more.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them. After the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
Quickly to the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Farmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Verrier. Quarterback strolling away from heat. That's caught. It's Wilcox. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's talk about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you...
Touchdown, Bama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but This is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Casey.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Looking to fire. Caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Back open the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Pocket breaking down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt in the SEC.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect this rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Makes the quick grab. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Whistle. Are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Let's see what they do on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
There he goes! Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Verrier. Out of the backfield, he's open. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Cherry. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll go right back to it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Lost a throw on first down. Makes the catch. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Got room to work. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. With the catch, it's Wilcox. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Verrier. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He's got his man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
They try to get it outside on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Leaves it with the running back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer.
Wow.
Bring in the heat. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man. It's Verrier. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Wilcox. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Release to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Got him downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Lowers those pads. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Running back searching for a hole. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Touchdown, Arizona. And the pummeling has started.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Stanford unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks there on the farm of what things were like when Bill Walsh and David Shaw were in charge. An A-plus performance from the Cardinal. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Verrier. Throws to the wideout. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night?
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Arizona comes out with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got it down the middle. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team